There you go.
Hello traders, Cousin Vinny coming to you from theclosingprint.com on May 21st, 2017. In this edition of your weekend video newsletter, we'll talk about the indices, all of which moved lower on Wednesday and recovered most of those losses by the end of day on Friday. That said, we're watching crude, which is higher, in addition to HYG and JNK, both of which trending higher along with crude and the bond stock ratio to give us a heads up for direction going forward. Those are both bullish long term. We have institutional sentiment for both the New York Stock Exchange and the comp bullish at the present time, and the NYMO and NAMO are cycling down. We had the FANG stocks all lower last week, with the exception of NVIDIA in the semiconductor group, higher by 6.45% after being up 23% last week. In addition, breadth, we have the NYHL back above zero. We had a brief sell signal. The moving average is also moving higher. High-low percent, however, is down to 67.5 and trending lower. That's 10 points off of the recent highs at 77.60. SPY on the daily time frame. On Wednesday, we noted that we would probably see some support at this level at 235.90. We did, in fact, bounce at that zone. On Thursday, we followed through after first overshooting that level and then reversing. However, we closed very near the 50-period moving average, and we were concerned that we'd have trouble closing above the 50-period. And on Friday, we were considering the 9 and 20 EMA, which you can see we're having some difficulty with as well. So we are considering that this could be an ascending wedge pattern and may have difficulty getting back up to this upper trend line. RSI is moving higher, however, so that is a bullish signal. And we do have the potential for MACD to continue back to the upside and stochastics to turn here at the 20 level. So we're nearing levels that we need to see bullish follow through, and we have higher than average volume. So all of these things are bullish going into the week, with tick cumulative also indicating institutions are buying more stocks on the uptick than they're selling on the downtick. Once again, reflecting on the sector heat map for the spiders and the sub-industry groups, shows us more yellows and oranges, and that gives us reason to pause. The only green areas that we see are in the semiconductor group, so we'll be focusing on that a lot this week, as well as telecom and a few other areas which are mildly improving over the last week. You can see a change from 1.98 to 2.44, so there's only a slight change there in telecom. Utilities as well. There is some improvement also in oil and exploration. We'll be keeping an eye on that, from 6.46 to 7.07, as well as oil equipment and energy names across this spectrum. All right, so watch those sectors, check out the heat map, pause this if you need to, and keep an eye on those sectors for possible trades this week. International stocks, mostly yellows and greens. Greece having the most strength. And we had the UK showing improvement over the last 5 weeks, steadily climbing. As price action proceeds into an area of no overhead supply, this one could catapult higher. MACD's turning up, higher volume, stochastics moving higher. Okay, traders, that's going to do it for me. This is Cousin Vinny coming to you from theclosingprint.com with your weekend video newsletter. I will send out a watch list shortly hereafter, along with some chart setups and a blog post prior to the opening bell on Monday. Take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you in the trading room very soon.